Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to tackle one of those big productivity rules that's, everywhere these days. The idea that you have to wake up at 5 a.m. to get ahead in life.
Right? You've seen it all over social media. Wake up before the sun, conquer your day, crush your goals. But is joining the 5 a.m. club really the secret sauce to success? Or could it actually be a lie that's setting you up to fail? Let's really get into it.
I mean, you can't deny how good that sounds. The message is incredibly powerful. It makes you feel like success is right there for the taking. All you have to do is beat your alarm clock. It's so empowering, and honestly, it's really motivating.
And you can totally see the appeal, right? The promise is you'll get these quiet, golden hours for deep, focused work. You get this amazing psychological head start on the rest of the world. It feels like you're tapping into the secret discipline of all these super high achievers. More time, more focus, what's not to love? But, is that the whole picture?
Well, this is where we run into a little something called the productivity paradox, where the very thing you're doing to be more productive can actually, make you less productive. Let's see why that happens.
And this right here is the absolute heart of the matter. The whole 5 a.m. movement is focused on completely the wrong thing. Look, the goal was never just to be awake. The goal is to be sharp, focused, creative, and effective. The real win isn't an early alarm, it's a rested mind.
So here's where things disconnect. The promise is all about more hours and this amazing elite focus. But for a lot of people, the reality is just sleep deprivation. That hardcore discipline can turn into total burnout. And worst of all, you end up in this trap of false productivity.
You know that feeling, right? You've been at your desk for hours, you're clicking around, you're answering a few easy emails, but you're not getting any real work done. That's false productivity. It's when you look busy, but you're not actually being effective. When your brain is running on empty, it just can't do that deep, creative work that really matters. You're just busy being tired.
So, if waking up at the crack of dawn isn't the secret, what is? Well, the real key, the actual game changer for your productivity, is something way less glamorous, but a million times more powerful. And that's quality sleep.
See, the most important number for your day isn't a 5 on your alarm clock. Not at all. It's about how much actual rest you get. And it starts with this number.
And this one, 7 to 8. That is the magic number. It's the range that science tells us over and over again is what you need for your brain to be at its best.
It's actually a really simple truth. Your productivity for the entire day is pretty much decided long before you even wake up. It's all about the quality and the quantity of sleep you got the night before. Those 7 to 8 hours, that's the non-negotiable foundation for a high-performing mind. And the difference we're talking about isn't small. It's huge. A brain that's trying to run on less than 6 hours of sleep is just operating at a fraction of its real potential. Your focus, creativity, problem-solving, it all just takes a nosedive. But a fully rested brain, that's when you're firing on all cylinders. You're not just awake, you're actually sharp.
Okay, so we've poked some holes in the 5 a.m. myth. So what should we be doing instead? Let's build a new morning plan. One that's actually simple, effective, and prioritizes what really works. So here's the new strategy. First, do the math. Just work backward from whatever time you need to wake up. Need to be up by 7? Then you should be aiming to get to bed around 11. It's about making sleep a planned event. Second, you got to have a wind-down routine, and a huge part of that is no screens for at least 30 minutes before bed. That blue light really messes with your brain's ability to power down. Third, try to be consistent. I know it's hard on the weekends, but keeping a similar schedule really helps your body's internal clock. And finally, and this is maybe the most important rule of all, listen to your body. Some of us are naturally morning people, others are night owls. Forcing a night owl to live like a morning person is just a recipe for disaster. If you feel totally wiped out, the answer probably isn't more willpower, it's more sleep. This really flips the whole idea on its head, doesn't it? So instead of obsessing over your perfect morning routine, maybe it's time to start perfecting your evening routine. That's where the real magic happens for the next day.
All right, let's pull this all together. It's time to redefine what it actually means to be productive in a way that's, healthy and sustainable.
So what's the bottom line? It's not the time on your alarm clock, it's the quality of your sleep. Those 7 to 8 hours, that's your goal, it's non-negotiable. It's about staying out of that trap of being busy but not effective. Because the simple truth is a rested morning is a productive morning. Period. So maybe it's time to let go of the guilt. Stop comparing your schedule to some influencer online. Your best self, your most creative ideas, your highest performance, it isn't found by depriving yourself of sleep. It's found when you're fully rested and recovered.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What if the most disciplined, most productive thing you could possibly do is get a full night's sleep, even if that means sleeping in? Thanks for digging into this with us.